That's my skin this morning. It's clean. No makeup. Just my serum and my not easy. It's a long queue to TSA. Look at it. Jeez. Very long queue this morning. What's up this morning? I would love to have some food, but I don't know if I have time. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys about um, intuition. What's intuition? Intuitiveness means like, to me, I feel like it's a spirit that God gave us as humans to guide us, protect us, and help us make decisions. I talk about this all the time, that if you ignore that, you can land yourself in a very bad situation. Let's say in a interview, in a work situation. Like I had a job one time in a with a university to be a clinic, to work as a instructor. And time, during the orientation time, the the doctor, the director in charge of me, who I'll be reporting on, my supervisor, I contacted her and I said, via email, and I said, I don't, I told her, I told her that I don't think that, I told her that I need, because the whole thing, the orientation is online. You have to take a class. It's like an online class, and you have to learn everything on your own based on what you're supposed to be doing for the role. You know how you have job description. That's what you're learning on your orientation. And I'm like, I am lost in some of the things. Like turn it in. If the students do their work, hold on, guys. Let me see if this is.
TSA3 coming here.
This is 38.
You know TSA3, you go to the line.
Okay.
You pay the line.
Okay, where was I? Yes, I was here. So I told her that I need to have the, one-on-one. I need to have one-on-one specific things that I listed in the email, like the way I have to connect my turn it in with the canvas, so that when the students send their assignments, I'll be able to connect it, because I'm not tech savvy like that. I'm not too much, but if you teach me, I'll know. So the orientation that is virtual, it's difficult for me to understand that specific thing they are talking about, and that's a vital skill I need to understand to do my job effectively. When I sent this email, her response was like, pretty much like, oh, you don't know that? Like, my dear, I didn't stress. I let that job go. Because for me to be on orientation is when you learn the vital skills you need to know for the job, right? So if orientation, they are not receptive about teaching you, even when it specifically clearly, and it clearly states that you should do what you should, if you have any questions, you should reach out, you should do this, you should do that. So I reached out and I said, I want someone to have like a Zoom meeting with me to tell me how to handle this, how to go about this to solve that problem. because I remember I went to the same university. When I went to the university, they were using something else, and we had to upload videos and stuff like that. So I said, can you help me understand this? And then she was not receptive. She was like, oh, you don't know how to do that. It's expected that I should know already before coming. There's nothing wrong with that. If you have a job and the job description states these skills must be known before coming, there is nothing wrong with that. Absolutely not. But not when it can be learned. You already hired me. You did the clearance. I paid for my transcripts. They were sent over. I went through all the process and I was fully hired, fully enrolled on board. I am officially an employee. So as a new employee that is on orientation, there is no one human being that can guide me through this one challenge to understand, show me how to do it. In as a nurse, you are expected to be a teacher on the field. And I do that all the time. I remember going to work, some instances, you have a G2 that is not functional. And then the nurse will come and call you, maybe an LP, and say, oh, they know I'm coming and they know me, so they didn't want to talk about it to other people. So they say, oh, so that they would think they don't know what they are doing. So you know how nursing is. So they will know I'm taking report from them. So they wait and say, oh, just don't put the tube down at 6, put it till 7 before you leave, because I delayed 1 hour to put it up because I couldn't do this, couldn't do that. Then I go and I will get hot water, show them how to flush the tube, how to unclog it, how to give it time, put pressure in it, put the hot water pressure in it, give it time and come back, close it up, give it time like 5-10 minutes, come back. And then you will see that it will make, and then milk the line. So as a nurse, you are constantly teaching when the opportunity shows up. I'm constantly encouraging CNAs to get a job, go get higher education. I'm constantly telling CNAs that when you graduate, when they are in nursing school, don't work in a nursing home right away. Try and find, if you don't have a job, work in a nursing home. But once in a nursing home, apply for hospitals. There are better opportunities in the hospital, career advancements, tuition reimbursement, more opportunities in the hospital. So I'm constantly empowering people. So I know this is us. So for somebody in leadership not wanting to help me as a new professor that was hired, I'm like, no. It's not like she's the one that will help you. She just have to, I asked, who should I contact? So she has to pick a person that will help me. She didn't want to do it. I'm like, no, an environment that there is no opportunity to build you. You must be in an environment that you don't feel scared. It's like working in the hospital, the nursing home. I used to not like the idea. It's always like punishment when a patient fall. It's not now. When I started nursing, when a patient fall down, it felt like you are to even report it. You are going to be punished, rather than, oh, what happened? Do this. The paperwork used to look like a war zone. So sometimes I've seen people that had patients fell, and sad to say this, but they won't even try to announce it. They will do assessment, everything, patient is fine. That is wrong, right? Okay, ethically it's wrong. So you're supposed to report things like that. But now I've seen a whole lot of change. They make it much better, to make it like more of education. What do we do to prevent this fall? What can we do to protect patient safety? What can we do to improve patients' quality of life, which is the right thing to do? To get it evidence-based, right? This is the right thing to do. So if you're in an environment and it doesn't build you, it doesn't improve your health, mental health, you need to exit that environment. That, in terms of career, in terms of relationship, when you are trying to talk to somebody, especially, let me say this, when you are a person that know about narcissism, you're a person that know about emotional manipulation, you're a person that know about psychological abuse, if you're a person that know about all this gaslighting, all this, like toxic narrative, right? It can also affect you, because if you are not careful, hi, Husk. How are you doing, Husk? Good morning. 4:51 a.m. where I am. I don't know about where you are. What's the time there? You see, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Thanks for coming. So you're a person that knows these things. You can be looking too much. You can be observing and looking for too much details. You understand? To be observing and looking for too much details. And in that process, in that detail process, can affect you. If you are not careful, you'll be seeing things that are not there. But for most part, you went through those things, you learn about those things so that you can protect yourself also. So you have to develop the spirit of discernment. Use wisdom. Ask God for guidance, ask God for wisdom to guide you so that you don't become re-victimized by your next partner that you're trying to get to know or something like that. Why am I saying this? A person that can't communicate, a person that is always yelling, a person that is everything you ask gets taken as the question you ask, this is not the right time to ask. That person is avoiding. That person is pushing things to the side. You ask every question, it's not a good timing. Every question is not a good timing. Or it feels like a war zone. That is an environment you need to exit. And for a person that you know these things like I described, don't stay there too long. Assess it, give it chance, give it time, but don't let your concerns be minimized. Don't let someone gaslight you to thinking that you are a problem. You are a problem. You should dare not ask such questions. You should not do. Why are you asking this question when you are driving? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? That is a serious thing, you know. And then, you can ask, maybe, you didn't even pray. We didn't pray. Then they say, but you took your phone. Okay, a person that want to pray, which, you didn't pray. If you say you, understand you're using your you language, it will feel like you're attacking the person, right? So if you turn it and be like, it would be nice if we pray though. So you include yourself. That will not make the person feel defensive. So if you say that, and the person is like, if you get up, you're always on your phone. It means that you being on your phone annoys this person. And especially if it's a period where you know you are not on your phone, it means this person have some hate towards you. This is just an example, not necessarily that, right? Maybe using another instance. Then you have to start thinking, this thing, somebody have harbored some bitter or angry feelings about you, and they are using it. So that is already there. It is pre-feelings. It is a feeling that is already on the ground about you. The spirit, the ability to be despiteful of you. So everything you talk about goes to there. Disgust them about you. Don't be in that environment. Environment that the person feels disgusted about you because you are on your phone or because you have a personality. Like, you like to, maybe, another example, maybe being in a bathroom. I've heard somebody say that just the fact that I spend time in the bathroom more than usual annoys the person. If you are going to spend time for the rest of your life with this person, sharing space, it is going to happen. So if you cannot change and decrease the time you spend in the bathroom, then it means you shouldn't be in that person's life, because you're going to make this person mad. You get it? So learn, I don't know the specific examples to give you, but these are some of the examples I have heard from people I spoke to. Somebody told me that when they are driving and they want to talk, like they are driving, they want to talk, I'm driving because I want to concentrate. So you are always being shut up. You don't have a voice in the situation, in the environment, in the relationship. You need to exit. Your mental health is very important. Any relationship you find yourself, the person can be nice, the person can be generous, the person can be what and what. But if the person cannot go out of their way to adjust and know that, oh, I've been raised by different parents. I went to different schools. I grew up in different settings. I had different jobs. So all these things contributed to my makeup. This person to the same. So what can we all work on differently, individually, to improve? We need to leave that situation and leave it without regrets. Leave the situation without regrets. I'm saying this because I have had a client recently that came to, actually it's a client on Facebook. That was last week. No, the week before last week. The weekend before last week. And it was just bad. Unfortunately, in that situation, it's a marriage situation, and the person just get avoided. The person, if even the minute the person have questions, want to get close to the partner, this and that, the partner walks out, goes and never comes home. Come back, even if she cook, he won't eat. That situation, I'm not saying, don't forget, in that situation, if this is at the early phases, you shouldn't settle for that. You shouldn't be worrying about getting a ring from such a person and getting married to such a person. It's not necessary. You understand? It's not necessary. It's not necessary. You have to think about your long-term peace. I'm not saying marriages don't have problems. They do. But should it be problems that will keep a man out, not eat your food for days, weeks, months, not talking to you? And then even worse of it, leaves the kid's responsibility. Worse of it, the mortgage, she pays more. Like, it is so long. Don't be rushing to leave a marriage that you build together. However, when things start happening like that, start protecting finances. Your finances are what will get you in a divorce. Finances and child support can turn that person into a monster, and it will be a very toxic situation. A person that will become usually, when child support and division of property comes in, it becomes a very, very bad thing. The person can change instantly. The person's mood, the person's behavior, a lot about the person can change. So I'm just suggesting to you, that you learn to not learn to avoid situations that will cause you to lose your mental health for somebody. And that's what I'm gonna leave you with. Avoid situations that will make you lose your mental health to somebody. This is me this morning, just vibing my vibe, chilling my chill. Yep, simple and smart. My issue this morning, I pray that nothing happens because I have to be somewhere. I already text that I'll be late, and I have a meeting at 10. I just pray that I am there on time. I don't have my earpiece, so it's bothering me because I need to review some things about mood disorders, treatment of mood disorders. With mood disorders, you cannot use antidepressants because it can make the person become psychotic. So I need to review, like, I know the mood medications, but the person with bipolar needs sometimes antipsychotic with a mood, stuff like that, and sometimes also an antidepressant. So I need to come up with some combinations for 10 a.m. Yeah. The past 2 days has been busy for me and exhausting. And I'm glad I have finally been headway back home to be with my baby and be with my normal life again. Anyway, I'll see you when I get to the other side. Have a wonderful day.